You ever bought something and then kind of stopped and thought, wait, what just happened? Like, what invisible force made you click that buy now button? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on our own minds. We're going to unpack the hidden processes behind every single purchase we make.
No, seriously, think about it. The last thing you bought, was it a total impulse buy, or did you spend like a month researching it? Maybe it was just a flash sale you couldn't pass up. It feels so personal, right? Almost random sometimes. But what if I told you there's actually a map that describes that whole journey from, I think I need something, all the way to, yep, it's mine.
All right, let's just dive right in. Think of this whole thing as a puzzle from consumer psychology. And our goal is simple. Find the one framework, the one model that really nails the step-by-step path that most of us take when we decide to buy something.
And this is the heart of our puzzle right here. We are looking for something very specific, not just some vague theory about why we want stuff. Nope, we're hunting for a model that lays out a specific sequence of stages, a step-by-step process. That's the main clue we're following.
So let's meet our four suspects in this case. These are the possible answers to our little puzzle. Now, one of them is going to describe that sequence perfectly. The other three, well, they're important models for sure, but for our question, they're kind of like red herrings. The investigation starts right now. Okay, time to start the investigation. We're going to look at each model one by one and hold it up against that main clue. We're basically asking each one, hey, do you describe a specific sequence of stages in a consumer's decision? Let's see which one holds up.
First up to the plate, we've got the stimulus response model. And this one's pretty straightforward, you know? The idea is that marketing is basically a trigger. You see a stimulus, say a delicious-looking ad for a burger, and boom, you have a response. You go buy the burger. Simple cause and effect.
And look, that's definitely true, right? We absolutely react to ads. But this model, it's missing the key ingredient we're looking for. It doesn't show a sequence of thoughts inside our heads. It's just action-reaction. It totally skips over the journey between seeing the ad and actually buying the burger. So, yeah, this suspect, it's out.
All right, next suspect, Maslow's famous hierarchy. I'm sure we've all seen this pyramid at some point. The whole idea is that our actions are driven by these really deep needs, starting with the basics like food and safety and going all the way up to becoming our best selves. It's all about what fundamentally drives us as people.
And this is exactly why Maslow's model, as brilliant as it is, doesn't quite fit our puzzle. It explains why you might want a safe car, to fulfill that basic need for safety. But it doesn't explain the process of buying it. It doesn't show the journey of researching and test driving and finally signing on the dotted line. It gives us the why, but not the how. So, suspect number 2 is officially out of the running.
Okay, on to our third suspect, the AIDA model. Now, this one looks promising at first glance because it has stages: attention, interest, desire, action. It's a classic marketing framework, and it basically says a good ad has to grab your attention, then get you interested, create a real desire for the product, and finally push you to take action. But, and this is the crucial part, AIDA is the marketer's map. It's not the consumer's map. See, it's a playbook for how to build a persuasive ad. It doesn't describe what's happening inside your head, the complex journey of comparing different brands or that feeling you get after you buy something. It's just the wrong map for this particular puzzle. So that's 3 down, 1 to go. So we've gone through the clues, we've eliminated 3 of our 4 suspects, and it looks like, just by process of elimination, we've found our answer. We've found the one model that perfectly fits the description we started with.
And the model that correctly maps the journey is the Engel-Blackwell-Minyard Consumer Decision Process Model. We can just call it the EBM model for short. This is the one. This is the model that maps out the consumer's internal, step-by-step journey. So puzzle solved. But, that really just leads to a bigger question. What exactly is this journey?
So, let's actually map this thing out. We're going to walk through the EBM model stage by stage. I want you to think of this as the detailed, turn-by-turn GPS for pretty much every big purchase you ever make.
And this quote, this is the heart of it all. This is the sequence we've been hunting for this whole time. Problem recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, purchase, and post-purchase behavior. These are the 5 key landmarks on our journey. Let's break them down one by one. So here they are, all 5 stages, laid out nice and clear. Problem recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, purchase, and finally, post-purchase behavior. This is literally the roadmap that exists inside your head. Okay, stage 1, problem recognition. It all starts right here. This is the spark. It's that moment you realize there's a gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's not even about an ad yet. It's that little voice inside that says, my old laptop is just too slow for my work.
Next up, stage 2, information search. So once you've identified the problem, you basically become a detective. You start gathering info. And this can be internal, just racking your brain for a brand you've used before. Or it can be external, which is what we do most of the time now, diving into reviews, watching videos, or asking your friends for recommendations.
Then comes stage 3, the evaluation of alternatives. This is the classic comparison shopping stage. You've got your list of options, and now you're weighing them against each other. Should I get laptop A for its battery life or laptop B for its faster processor? You're looking at what really matters to you. Is it the price? Is it the features? Is it the style? This is where your personal taste really takes over. And that brings us to stage 4, the purchase. This is the moment of truth. You've done all the hard work, you've made your choice, and now you commit. You click Add to Cart. You walk up to the register. You sign on the dotted line, the decision's made, and it's officially yours.
But wait, the journey isn't over yet. Stage 5 is post-purchase behavior, and this one is so crucial but often totally overlooked. It's all about how you feel after the purchase. Are you satisfied? Do you have that sinking feeling of buyer's remorse? Do you love it so much you want to tell everyone? Because that feeling, that directly impacts whether you'll ever buy from that brand again.
So there you have it. We've mapped the entire consumer journey. We get the 5 stages. But so what? Why does this journey actually matter? How does knowing this map change anything for you and me?
Well, it matters because this journey isn't just your journey. It's also the marketer's battlefield. See, while your goal is to find the best solution for your problem, their goal is to be right there, being persuasive at every single one of those stages. They want their reviews to pop up during your information search. They want their amazing features to win your evaluation of alternatives. Knowing this map empowers you. It helps you become a much more conscious consumer.
And that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. You now have the blueprint, the map to your own buying decisions. So the next time you feel that little spark, that initial need for something, will you be able to see yourself moving through these stages? And maybe more importantly, now that you know the map, can you ever make a purchase the same way again?